Okay, at the time of recording, it is currently half-time between Crystal Palace or Manchester City and Crystal Palace, but this is a preview for Chelsea versus Ipswich. It all ties in. I will be live at 3 p.m. For the 3 p.m. games covering Forest against Everton and Southampton versus Aston Villa. Manchester City are currently being held 2-2 after being 2-0 down at the Etihad. 45 minutes played there. I was going to be in a lot better mood coming into this preview for once again a must-win game for us. Had Manchester City come in at half-time 2-0 down. Now, of course, Ipswich beat us back in December. It proved to be quite a difficult game for us. It was one of the ones that I didn't actually do a watch-along for, but I did watch it live. And it was just frustration after frustration after frustration. And the press conference from Enzo Maresca the other day, or yesterday, I tweeted about it saying that it felt a bit weird, a bit odd. A bit strange, the fact that it was very orchestrated, it was very planned, it was very structured in the fact that there was only one journalist, there was only one way of asking questions, and it was all very easy, very, very easy for Enzo Maresca to answer these questions because they were all in his favour. Apart, there was obviously ones being like, is it Champions League and is it going to happen? Is it? And obviously he's going to be like, yeah, of course it's going to happen. I'm confident. And I don't know, the way that he addressed the fact that, what was it for the last game, the Brentford game, right? He obviously set up very weak indeed, and it was obviously the talk of the town. It was the talk of the whole game more so than anything else. And he was like, obviously I tried something different, blah, blah, blah. And then, but we still got 26 shots on and everything like that. Not forgetting, right? Or it's lying is what it is. The way that you set the game up at the start, from the get-go, made it so that we only had 4 shots in the first half with 1 on target, and that was Madueke. Not your golden boy, Jadon Sancho, who you just won't seem to drop. And certainly not Christopher Nkunku, who can't even score from the spot these days, given the perfect opportunity to finally get a goal, and he can't even do that. But again, sets up really weak, and he's like, but we still got 24 shots. And it's like, yeah, dickhead, because you brought everyone else on that has shots and can score. You brought on Palmer and Jackson. It's not fucking rocket science. You bring on your most clinical players, albeit we didn't score. But the point being, had they been on from the very start, you're looking at 48 if you're going based on, or 44 based on the logic you're saying is, well, you got 24. Use your brain, please, going into this game. No resting, no nothing. But the way he addressed it, saying the journalist or the fucking bloke giving the puff piece, making Maresca look more competent than he actually is, saying, It doesn't seem like they were complaining earlier saying that you don't rest players, and then you do rest players and they're still not happy. No, fucking idiots. That's not what we're angry about. It's that you've rested players for a game that we need to win. Dickheads. That's what it is. We wouldn't have minded if you rested players, I don't know, fucking 10 games ago when it didn't matter as much. But now it comes to the end we're in the business end of the season, and you're dropping players against Brentford, who we never beat. How does that make any fucking sense? So coming into this game, please, use your fucking brain and field a strong side against an Ipswich side. And I know Ipswich are in the relegation zone. I know that they're not very good at the moment, but Liam fucking DELAP is going to score. It's going to happen. They're going to go on a fucking mad one, and we are going to be left just dwindling. Man City drop points. Hopefully Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest drop points today. Suppose they all do. You bet your bottom dollar. You bet your bottom bippy. Chelsea will fucking drop points against Ipswich. And we lost to them earlier on in the season. We cannot do it twice in the same season. If they get relegated and we've lost to them or lost and drawn to them in that season, it is absolutely outrageous. For Chelsea, the Londoners are vying to win 6 consecutive Premier League home matches for the first time since July of 2020. Another good stat, should we be able to do it. Should we be able to pull that off, it's another thing to boost us and our confidence in the right direction. How many home games do we actually have left? That's the question. So, in terms of Premier League, we've got Ipswich, Everton, Liverpool, and Manchester United. So we've still got 4 games, including this one, to sort of figure the things out. 3, 6, 9, 12 points. It would do us a great deal if we could maintain that home record and that boost our points, but I just don't see that happening against Liverpool, maybe even Manchester United. These days, who knows? We'll see how it goes, but still. We have lost only 2 top-flight home fixtures this season. A 2-1 defeat by Fulham on Boxing Day and a 2-0 loss to Man City on the opening day or the opening weekend. And, it's just, we keep saying the same thing over and over again. I've been saying it for fucking seasons now. We need to take our chances. I know City have just brought back their 2-0 deficit and they're probably going to win, but we need to capitalise either way. We've only kept a clean sheet in 4 of our past 5 league games. So, and again, a clean sheet in this game would be absolutely massive. Goal difference is going to make an absolutely massive difference as well. As it stands regarding goal difference, Manchester City on 17, Chelsea on 17, Newcastle on 13, So it's tight. The points are tight. The goal difference is tight. It's going to come down to goal difference if we're not careful. I've seen a couple of people say that this game against Ipswich needs to be seen as maybe a way to cushion our goal difference. I would focus on actually getting 3 points first, because I don't necessarily feel as though we're gonna be able to do that. Hopefully, in hindsight, we look back and we've absolutely peppered them. But again, City dropping points as of right now. Hopefully Forest do somehow. Everton do us a favour, and hopefully Southampton can absolutely pull off just a madness and get all points there. In terms of lineups, again, I've gone through that. I think it realistically should be our strongest. It needs to be our strongest. I know. Listen, I know we've only just played on Thursday, but barely any fucking starting 11 players played, regardless of the fact that we benched 3 of our best players or 4 of our best players in the game against Brentford to then not play them, apart from Palmer, who came off at half-time, maybe injured. But in this game, and I know we've got them in a second leg, but we're 3-0 up. I don't think we need to focus on that right now. Do you know what I'm saying? So Sanchez in goal, just because that's going to be the way it is. Cucurella, Colwill, Chalobah, James at the back 4. I want to see Gusto dropped. I'm sorry. He's doing our nutting at the moment, not just mine, everyone else's. Caicedo and Enzo both were rested for the game against Warsaw, so I hope to see them both starting. They absolutely will. Madueke maybe on the right-hand sides. Palmer in the middle, Jackson up top, and I don't want to see Sancho starting. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck that he got 2 assists. 2 assists in that game is not the same as 2 assists in any other game in the fucking season so far. Do you know what I'm saying? So basically anyone else apart from Nkunku, but anyone else apart from Nkunku and Sancho on the left-hand side is what I'm trying to say. Just stop Liam DELAP scoring. That's all I'm asking. Predictions-wise for this game, I think it's going to be tighter than we would like to admit, but tight probably as we're expecting. 2-1 Chelsea is what I'm expecting this to be, but I think it could absolutely go tits up. But just the fact that anything goes wrong, the season's over. That's what keeps this so important. These games so important. We have to make the most of these chances. We've got to keep winning. It sounds simple, but we'll find a way to fuck it up. That's all I'm saying. With that said, please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. With that said, come on Palace, come on Everton, come on Southampton, and come on you Chelsea. Up Chelsea. My name is Harry. Up the piece. Up the piece. Fucking end the season. Jesus Christ. Up the piece.